In the first part of the chapter, we read how Gulliver reached Lilliput but got stuck because the little people thought him to be a giant and tied him hard to the ground. But somehow he managed to come out of this critical situation and made them understand that he will not do any harm. So they showed kindness and provided him food as he was hungry. Now look at page number 12, new paragraph. The king and queen of these little people lived in the capital about half a mile from where Gulliver was. The king ordered his men to bring the man mountain to him. It was not an easy thing to do, but the little men were very clever. They made a long carriage which was 3 inches high and had 22 wheels. 900 of the strongest men among them rolled Gulliver onto it and fastened him safely. 1,500 of the king's finest horses pulled the carriage along the road. So in this paragraph, we will see that the king and the queen of Lilliput were about a mile. A mile means 1,500 to 1,600 meters away from the place where Gulliver was. So they ordered his men to bring the man mountain to the palace. As it was very difficult for them to bring him there, so they made a long carriage of his size, about 3 inches high, and 900 men rolled him onto the carriage and tied him properly. King's excellent 1,500 horses were needed to pull this carriage. The next day Gulliver was brought to the capital. They untied his hands and legs and allowed him to stand up, because now they knew that he did not intend to harm them. But they chained his left foot to the carriage with 90 tiny chains to prevent him from escaping. So next day when they reached there, his hands and legs were untied, means they were loosened up so that he can move his body very well. So they knew that his intention was not wrong and he will not attack them. But his left foot was still tied to the carriage to stop him from escaping. Escaping here means to make him free. The king, the queen, and thousands of little men, women, and children came to see the man mountain. Most of these people were friendly to Gulliver, but some of them were hostile and started shooting arrows at him. Gulliver stretched out his hand and caught 6 of the men. He put 5 of them into his pocket and pretended to eat the 6th one. The men started crying and Gulliver let them go. So large number of people along with king and queen came there to see the man mountain. Most of them were very friendly to him, but some of them were looking with a hateful eye and started shooting arrows at him. He caught 6 men and put 5 of them into his pocket and tried to show off that he is eating the 6th one. They all got scared and started crying. So Gulliver set them free. Gulliver lived happily on this island for many months. The king appointed 300 cooks to prepare his food and 300 tailors to make a new suit for him. 6 of the wisest men taught him the language of the island. From them, he learned that the little country was called Lilliput. So he lived there for many months and he needed 300 cooks, and they were appointed by the king to prepare food for him and 300 tailors to make new clothes for him. He stayed there for a long time and learned the language of this island from the intelligent men. From them, he came to know that this little country is called Lilliput. Thank you.